Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Open Great League with my best team recommendations for the upcoming Go Battle weekend. So today we're gonna check out 4 unique teams that you need to check out for sure in order to participate in that Go Battle weekend, because not only you are gonna use them towards your advantage, but some of these teams might also be up against you, so you definitely want to have the upper hand over your opponents. So with that said, today we're gonna analyze 4 teams in total that we're gonna check out together, not only the core breakers but also their strongest assets and their whole gameplay. So stay tuned till the end if you do not want to miss any of that action. So starting off with the first team showcase, which has already been started on your screens, we're gonna have Gligar up in front, which is the biggest move update winner from the recent move update for this season, with RLA's Wing Attack and Dig as its main moveset. At the back we got Bastiodon and Double, 2 Pokemon that can absolutely wreak havoc on any defense. What I like about this team is that it is ABB weak to those fighters, and of course you get coverage against other threats as well, against the Galarian Stunfisk as well, with your Gligar up in front. With both Bastiodon and your Double being weak to fighting, you can easily bait out with an aggressive switch to your Double that opposing fighting type Pokemon, something like a Medicham most probably, so that then you can do severe damage to it with back to back body slams, while at the same time you can finish it off the remaining HP at least of the Medicham with your Gligar. Doing so, you can guarantee, almost guarantee of course, because this is Go Battle League after all, everything is kinda blind on the 3 versus 3 format, and of course you're gonna see that Bastiodon with the fighter out of the way will most likely have no other severe threat, and of course even neutral matchups are gonna struggle against your Bastiodon, especially when you have your shields up. As a core breaker, Azumarill is gonna do a lot of work on this team. Unfortunately, I still recommend to switch out aggressively to your Double if you happen to have an Azumarill up against you, because you never know if it runs Ice Beam or not, and you definitely want to get rid of that Pokemon as soon as possible. Going for the early body slams or just rely on the end game with your Bastiodon against this Azumarill will definitely get you the upper hand on this matchup. Just no matter what you do, just avoid the battle with your Gligar, because Gligar really stands no chance against Azumarill. Now, if you have found the previous line a little bit too bulky for your Go Battle weekend battles, well, this next one will definitely fit your taste, because we're having a double charm line with a Medicham up in front. I know that in Go Battle weekend we need to do in total in 2 days 200 battles, which is so much time consuming, and this team can help a lot with its amazing synergy. Well, the only core breaker is gonna be the poison types, and especially Toxapex or Tentacruel, so that's why I have it as a core breaker. But obviously against this threat you either bait it out with your Granbull, which is your main choice of action with this team, or just go ahead and stay in with your Medicham up against it and go with Psychics as much as possible, sacrificing shields in the process. So about this team play style, all you need to do here is to rotate around your Granbull as soon as possible, unless you get a Steel type or a Poison type up in front. Otherwise you switch out to your Granbull. Even if they bring in something like a Registeel, you can still have a chance at finishing off this Pokemon with your Shadow Close Combat. And yeah, you need Shadow Granbull for this team to work, while for your Ninetales you do need Shadow most of the times. You can still rely on it going with its extra bulk and your shields remaining, while obliterating down whatever remains at the back. Most probably, and it has happened to me a lot, the opponent will have something like a neutral battle for your Ninetales, and with your shields up you can definitely melt it down with those charms. Let's focus on a classic team of Great League for a while, because I think that this time it is more meta relevant than ever, especially with all those people that tend to run a Medicham up in front or a Gligar, so that your Hypno over here can absolutely be devastating to those Pokemon. You definitely need to run Ice Punch on the current meta. Even though Noctowl isn't around, Gligar will definitely take its spot as the spammy flying type Pokemon that you're gonna see everywhere in the meta and especially up on the lead, while Shadow Ball is gonna help you a lot not only against Medicham but for neutral damage even against those steel types. However, here I end up having Thunder Punch, which is not a mistake, you can still use it, but I think that Shadow Ball is gonna fit it the most for your battles in Great League. What I like about this team is its dark type, dark line. Yeah, this can also work backline after all, because we're having a Mandibuzz as a safe switch, and this Pokemon with Snarl can get there to those moves very fast. It can still provide extra coverage for you against Medicham to protect even more your Scrafty, or just go ahead and spam your way to victory against any neutral matchup, even against your counters, against a Galarian Stunfisk for example, with your back-to-back foul plays. Dark Pulse will always be there for you, but I still think that foul play is just gonna help you even more, and of course RLAs with a recent buff can absolutely be devastating with its spamminess. As a closer, Scrafty, not a lot of things to say, just be sure that you have at least a shield remaining at the back, and by having your Hypno on a non-shadow mode in combination with your Mandibuzz's bulk, you are definitely gonna keep those shields for the end game, and Scrafty will most likely have no weakness with proper rotation. The only weakness that this team is having is gonna be Carping, but still it is gonna be kinda soft. The only Pokemon that is gonna struggle a lot is gonna be Mandibuzz, while the other two still can provide a fairly good amount of battles against Carping. It's time for the final team showcase, trainers, and we're having a Shadow Machamp up in front, followed up by a double water backline. But this double water isn't afraid of fighters, and this is why this team can work, providing complete coverage for your Machamp against Medicham. So this team is looking pretty scary for a lot of lines, but it has one core breaker, and that is Galvantula. However, this is why I enjoy using Shadow Machamp, because this Pokemon, even against Frostlass, can definitely pull off the win with those cross chops. You do not even need Rock Slide, because back-to-back cross chops are still gonna do a lot of damage, because your damage will be resisted, but still Shadow Machamp doesn't care at all. This Pokemon is absolutely insane, and that's why I like it more than Medicham on some certain situations. Even against a Mandibuzz in which your Jellicent will struggle a lot, you can still rely on your Machamp to pull out the win. Now about Jellicent and your Pelipper at the back. So you can always use Jellicent as your safe switch here, but I really like using my Pelipper, because not a lot of people are gonna have an electric type, and Lantern might have seen kind of a buff offensively, but on the energy gain that was a debuff, and we definitely see less Lanterns around. So you can definitely count on that matter and still use your Pelipper as a safe switch, having the upper hand on most things. Most probably you're gonna bait out something like a Bassodon, a Registeel, or even a Galarian Stunfisk, and trust me when I say this, Pelipper can still pull off the win against those threats. So Jellicent remaining at the back now as your closer will definitely have the upper hand against whatever remains, because those serves can either get super spammy or just go with the deadly Shadow Balls. I think that this team has a lot to offer in the meta. Feel free to rotate as always to your Pelipper, and this team will get you some easy and super fast wins, to be honest, for the Go Battle Weekend run marathon that you're gonna have up against you with a 200 battle span. As we are approaching to the end of this video, I'm giving away the ticket of treats that is on the shop of Pokemon Go. So in order to participate in the giveaway, be sure to be a subscriber of this channel, and of course write down in the comment section something about this video, and I will be considering you in order to participate in that amazing contest that we're gonna do about this giveaway, about the ticket of treats. Thank you for watching, trainers, and for staying till the end, obviously. And of course, just be sure to subscribe if you want to participate in the giveaway, and just be sure that you're gonna check one of these two videos if you want to continue your Ganeto journey here on YouTube. With that said, I will see you all into the next video.